Hello there hoppers and welcome! Now, the Pokemon games have certainly come a long way over the last 20 plus years. Gone are the days of Red and Blue's monochrome tone and pixelated graphics. Now the games are a buffet of both colour and creative visuals. And as for the battle sprites, well, they look better than ever, with fully animated attacks that... Okay, bad example. With fully animated attacks. Fully animated. Oh, what the hell are you using your foot for? It's called headbutt. Headbutt, not freaking footbutt. So, it would seem that we have not yet reached the point of fully animated attacks. Well, not entirely accurate ones anyway. But that's not to say they're all bad. I mean, some of the animations do actually work quite well, with some even showcasing some pretty impressive and imaginative visuals. One of my favourites has to be Cinderace's signature move, Pyro Ball. In fact, every time she executes the attack, I find myself transfixed to the screen. But anyway, despite there being some creative attacking animations, many fans have criticised Sword and Shield's overall battle designs, accusing them of being either recycled or just plain lazy. Some fans have even pointed out how older spin-off games, such as Pokémon Battle Revolution, showed a much more realistic and interactive battle mechanic, making it look like a physical battle was actually taking place. And yeah, I can see where they're coming from, and for the most part I completely agree. You know, if we had it back in 2006, then why not now in 2019? Because let's face it, for a modern console release of one of the world's biggest franchises, animations like this are just not good enough. However, that being said, it should be noted that GameFreak do have a lot on their plate. I mean, what other franchise out there has the monstrous task of not only creating a new game practically every year, but also reanimating almost 1,000 original sprites and almost 800 unique attacks for every single release? I mean, when you look at it like that, it's hardly surprising that there's been a lack of true development over the last few years. You could even say that with all the countless designs, the countless games, and the countless expectations from fans, GameFreak have perhaps bitten off just a little more than they can Pikachu, shall we say. Because they know any drastic changes to the games, even if for the better, will result in a ton of additional work being added to their already impossible task. And therefore, although they are clearly capable of making improvements, they are also clearly very hesitant to do so. And as much as I can understand why, I still don't see a good enough reason not to improve these games. Because at the end of the day, if lack of time is the issue, then just take more time. Make us wait. The Pokemon franchise is huge. We the fans will not just disappear suddenly if a game is not released for a few years. We would quite happily trade more time for more innovative games. And that is what I believe needs to happen. They need more time. GameFreak at this point need to take a break from the series altogether. Maybe go a few years, if not more, without releasing a single Pokemon title. Because that way, they will have the time they need and the focus to make something truly spectacular. And hopefully this time without having to sacrifice any of our beloved Pokemon in the process. I mean, if you want an example of a game done right, then just look at the Legend of Zelda series. They spent 5 years developing Breath of the Wild, even delaying the release date twice in order to make sure that the game was perfect upon release, making sure that it was going to be this spectacular reinvention of the series they wanted it to be. And holy shit, did they succeed. Not only was it a reinvention of the series, but critics praised it, calling it a landmark in open world design, even going as far as to call it one of the greatest games of all time. All this because they put the effort in and they didn't rush it. They took their time. And so, as a message to Game Freak, I say this: take your time with the next generation of games. Please. You need to innovate. You must. You have the most powerful console in Nintendo's history right at your fingertips. The true future generation of Pokémon is just waiting to be developed. It only asks that you give it the attention and the time it requires. And to all my hoppers out there, again, I must ask for your patience. For without the sacrifice of time, then this franchise will never manage to do what our Pokémon do so well: evolve. Well hoppers, that just about does it for this video. If you enjoyed today's content, then please give the video a like, and if you haven't already, then why not support the channel by clicking on the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. That way you're not missing out on any of the new content. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have. Take care hoppers, and I'll hopefully see you next time.